Okay, so today I want to talk about something really important, which is about context. And here's what I mean. Let me give you context for this conversation. So, oftentimes we can say things or give people advice or try to help people without even understanding what they need. If you're in sales, you get this. If you're a coach, you get this. If you are in any conversation with any human beings, you get this. And this is also really, really important for you. So, context is key when you want to support, serve, empower any human being. You need to understand what it is first that they need help or support with in their own words and their own terminology, and then you're better able to serve them. Have you ever experienced, a time where people are trying to give you advice or trying to give you insights into something, but you kind of zone out? You're like, I don't actually give a shit about what this person is saying to me. It's often because they haven't probably heard you, and rather than hearing you and what you want to say and then giving you feedback, they're kind of just going off on their own tangent of what they think that you said. Right? You with me so far? So the thing is that with human brains, right? Like when we're talking to one another, your brain is already taking this information and categorizing it and trying to pull up past memories of, oh, that's what happened to me or this or that. So I'm sure you kind of have familiarity with this because you're human and you're watching this. So it's like when we're in a conversation with somebody and we want to say the thing, that's just our human brain being like, let me help. Let me get my insight out there. Let me say the thing I need to say. But if you want to be successful in any capacity working with human beings, you need to really first learn the skill of listening, but then also specifically listening for context. So, here, I want to give you a story that's going to share why this is important. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough. Anyways, so the other day, my husband Cameron and I, we decided we wanted to build our own air filter. So we're currently living in a space where the air quality is not so great. There's a lot of dust that we've noticed, and yeah, the furnace and all that does its job, and it has filters. But we did some research and we found that you can actually create an air filter in your own room. And it's like super powerful. You can DIY it. It works to the efficiency of like $1,000 air filter, but it only costs like $100 to make. So basically, what you do is you get like one of those fans, the box fans, and then on each side of it, you basically put one of those filters that go into your furnace or like in your house. So those air filters that are like from the Home Depot or some construction store maybe cost like 30, $40 each. So we're at the store. This is our intention. This is our idea of what we want to create. We already have a plan. We know what we're doing. We're not looking for air filters for our home. We're looking for air filters specifically for this project that we're working on. So, why is this important? Context. This is why you need to know. So, we go into the store. We're in the air filter aisle. We're looking at the different air filters. We're looking for one that, is super strong but also budget friendly. And as we're standing there, one of the sales representatives or one of the helpers in the store come up to us and they're like, "Oh, do you need help?" And we're like, we're okay. We're just looking." And he's like, "Oh, let me help you." So first of all, we're like, "No, thank you." But he decided to jump right in, right? And rather than ask us, "What are you looking for a filter for?" or "What do you need help specifically with?" he assumed that we were looking for this filter for our home for the thing that everybody uses it for. So he starts going off and telling us all about why the higher quality filters are worse for your furnace, and over years your furnace is going to break, and he's like, "I highly recommend you should get this one." And then he looks around the corner and he's like, "I don't want to let Big Furnace know," essentially indicating that he's telling us like a secret. He's like, "But if you get the filters that filter more than like 1,000 units, your furnace is gonna break." And he keeps going for like a good 5 minutes. Like, I'm not even kidding. And we're just standing there, smiling and nodding and listening, when actually I don't even give a shit about what he's saying. It has nothing to do with my life and what I'm looking to create, but he's just putting in his 2 cents, thinking that he knows best and also trying to give me value. But for him, he thinks he's providing value, but in reality, right, in my reality, he's actually not. So think about how often in your life do people do that to you, right? Where they don't understand, but then they start to give you advice when they don't actually get what you mean, or you don't even want their insights. But then on the other side, where you do that to other people too, where you think that you know, but really you don't. And something that's really helped me on my journey, especially of helping people become better communicators and being on that journey myself and using these tools in my own relationships, is that I always double check with people. So, like, give them the option to opt in to whether or not what I'm saying or what I heard is accurate. So, for example, if he had said to me, "Hey guys, can I help you with something?" And we're like, maybe, we're not sure. He could have been like, "Okay, cool. What are you looking for?" And then that simple question, "What are you looking for?" would give him all the context he needed to be able to support us or to think that we were crazy for doing this. Either way, all good. But in just him assuming that he knew what we wanted, he wasn't able to actually give us what we wanted. And then he led us down this path astray. And later I'm thinking, man, he didn't hear me. I actually don't want any more of his help. So for those of us that are in the service industry, who are working with people, whether you're management or leadership, like, listening for context and understanding what the person is saying to you and diving deeper and asking questions like, okay, when you say this, is this what you mean? Or what I'm hearing is this. Or simply repeating the same thing back of like, okay, so what are you actually looking for? Because once you can get clear about what a person actually wants, then you can get clear if you can even help them, whether it's information, whether it's support, whether it's guidance, whatever that looks like, right? And regardless if you're a coach in sales or whatever, you always interact with human beings. That's this experience called life, right? So why not make your experience of life better by being a better communicator, by listening for context and getting clarity? Because without context, there is no conversation. We need to have context to have a conversation. In order to do that, we need to ask questions. And we actually need to care and give a shit about the other person in front of us and genuinely ask them if we're interested. And here's the other piece of this. If you actually genuinely don't care, then don't ask. Real talks. Like, I'd rather, when someone asks me now, "How are you doing?" rather than the basic answer of, "I'm good," I'm like, well, you know what? I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. This is how my day was. And if you ain't ready to hear that, then don't ask, right? And also tune into when is your subconscious pattern of, oh, I'm just it's like the thing you go to. It's just like a knee-jerk reaction when you meet someone. "Oh, how are you? How are you?" And it's kind of like basic. I think we've evolved beyond that, to the point now where it's like, if you're gonna ask me, actually give a shit, right? So, anyways, controversial opinion, I know, but hey, here we are. We're on a platform where we can speak our truth, we can share our knowledge, share our wisdom, and that's just what my intention is here to do. If you liked what you heard, if you appreciate it, I invite you to hit the subscribe button. Wow, so this is my first video on YouTube in a really long time. So as you can tell, my body is already like, bleh, like, how do I? So here's my powerful ask. If you appreciated anything of what I said or you found value, please hit the subscribe button. There you go, I said it. Please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment if you have any questions. And I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time to listen. I hope that this content, really my intention in this content is to help you become a better communicator, live ultimately your best life and be able to make choices from a powerful place by living authentically from your heart. All right, sending you lots of love. Have a beautiful day and super grateful for you.